Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video giving our quick thoughts, kind of a bit of a review / breakdown for the trailer for the first season of Tales of the Walking Dead. Alright, awesome. I'll put the link in the description so you guys can go ahead and check out this trailer if you haven't seen it yet. They did post kind of a teaser trailer which we used for a live stream. We kind of went over it and watched it through together. This one, I'll just put the link in the description. You can check it out if you haven't seen it. Watch it there. So Tales of the Walking Dead is going to be premiering August 14th. This year on AMC. So, yep, it's coming up soon. A few weeks away, 2 weeks into August. AMC Plus as well. I'm not certain if this one's going to air a week early on AMC Plus, so maybe August 7th. We'll have to see if that's the case. We'll see once we get close to the end of the first week of August if it looks like that's going to be the case. But definitely, some people have asked, if we're going to review this, if we're going to check this out. It's only 6 episodes, so it's like a pilot first season for Tales. Yeah, I don't see why not. Let's check it out. It's the summertime. There's not much else on. So August 14th is a really good premiere time, I think, for Tales for us to check this out. And if we don't like it too much, well, there's only 6 episodes anyway, and they're not. It's not all based around the same group. So you get 6 different episodes, 6 different tales of different characters, 6 new tales. Some of them look like they could be great survivors in the zombie apocalypse. Some of them look like they could be the worst survivors we've ever seen. Maybe they're not going to be survivors at all. And they might be killed off in the same episode. There's no guarantees as far as which ones are going to survive and which ones are going to probably be killed off in the very same episode. So that will be kind of interesting to see, in that we'll be able to kind of, as we're watching the episodes through, maybe at the beginning we can do a prediction if we think the character is going to survive or not, or if the main characters are going to survive in that episode, and then we can see if we're right at the end of the episode whether or not they actually do. So it'll be sort of like a sped up version of Walking Dead, right? Like instead of a whole season or something, waiting to see who will survive out, season 1 or 2 or something. In this case, it's waiting to see if they're going to survive out the very same episode. So this looks good. We get a little bit more details from, just kind of the lines and everything from the different survivors in this one. We can see that Terry Crews's character fits perfectly because it looks like he's been just like stuck by himself with a whole bunch of protein and weights. So it's like it fits perfectly. What else is there to do if you're like stuck in a basement or something, or a bunker, during a zombie apocalypse by yourself? And you really have nothing else to do. So what are you going to do? You're gonna drink your protein shakes or take your protein, and you're gonna lift weights. Because protein is good for a long time, right? So it makes sense. And I'm probably most excited to see this one, and that we have the Terry Crews and Olivia Munn characters in the same episode. It looks like. So it looks like they might be companions, or they might be together. In this, I don't mean in a relationship. I mean, maybe later on. I guess that's possible. But we're going to see the two of them in the same story, in the same episode, which is cool. So that one might be the strongest one. It might be my favorite one, but who knows? We'll see. Maybe I'll be surprised as to which ones I actually like the best. I think he gets caught in a net here with her. I think somebody does anyway. And then maybe she cuts him down or something like this. We also have these 2 ladies. I pretty much given my thoughts on these already. These 2 ladies, and they're like fighting on the ground and stuff, and they're talking about like the CDC and stuff. Will protect us all, media hype and stuff like this. And we can see that this one doesn't obviously survive. I'm going to predict the other one probably doesn't survive either. But we get to see some zombies having some fun in this, which is pretty sweet. It's just like, because, and also too, we're used to seeing our different episodes at certain time frames in the zombie apocalypse, but there's no guarantees with Tales that we're going to see all 6 episodes in the same time frame. They haven't really mentioned, as far as that goes, if that's the case, but we see one with like Alpha and Lydia. We have the Terry Crews, Olivia Munn group. We have the others. There's no telling when they're going to be at in the zombie apocalypse. Will most of them be like year 1 or year 2? Could they be all over the place? Could we see some survivors further on down the line? Which it kind of seems like the Terry Crews, Olivia Munn ones might be. Could we see some just at the beginning? And it looks like we'll probably see that too. So you have a really cool mix of, maybe some different timelines, different characters. And if you don't like a couple of survivors, well, you just wait until next week because you get a different crew. Or maybe if you don't like them, you enjoy it because you can watch them be killed off in the same episode. If that's the case, a circle of trust. Don't know. These zombies here, these walkers here, look like they're freshly turned. So this would probably be like 2011, 2010, when the zombie apocalypse starts. Walking Dead zombie apocalypse, I believe, starts in 2010. So, don't expect to see any newer tech or vehicles or anything than the year 2010, because that's when, in their timeline, society kind of breaks down. The two females, looks like maybe we're seeing them right in 2010. Like just as it's happening, which will be cool to see because we don't often get to see that in The Walking Dead. We've seen it in sort of like World Beyond a little bit. We've seen it in Fear the Walking Dead. They probably had the best kind of take on that because the original Walking Dead series with Rick, he's in a coma, so they don't really show the world breaking down. You don't even get to see it really. Fear the Walking Dead probably has the best Walking Dead breakdown that we've seen of society breaking down, all these things happening. So far, Fear has probably the best one, but they did even skip they did a time skip for even a lot of that too. So we didn't get to see too much, a bit, but not too much. So this one will be interesting to see, just to see the onset of the zombie apocalypse from wherever they are. CDC is just around the corner, so they've got to be close to there. Could be fun to watch and to see. There's also this guy who looks like he's going to be studying the walkers. He's kind of taken maybe a mad scientist kind of approach to this, possibly like a psychological approach to this. He's trying to study them, trying to understand what they do, how they move, where they go, give us some details around that, which is cool because I don't think we've ever really had a character like that exactly. The closest one we've had might be like Jenner or somebody like that, and he wasn't around very long. Milton, maybe, it reminds me of. There's others, but, Eugene a little bit. But this will be cool to see maybe somebody deep dive that and really get a good understanding of what the walkers are all about. Maybe we can learn some things to do with smart walkers, which they've kind of teased for the final season of The Walking Dead. So, are there some walkers that are more intelligent than others? Why is that? Maybe he can provide us with some information about that while we're getting ready to see The Walking Dead's, final part 3 of its final season. This one's cool here. He's like she's taking something off of a walker, maybe to study or to get an idea or something. And he seems somewhat, maybe just from the trailer, he seems a little stable, but not entirely because he's got like this thing full of walker heads. I don't know if that's his or someone else's. It's like straight up governor style. I just can't even, I don't even know where to go with this, but like what to think about this, but okay, it's interesting anyway. And this one here actually looks really good. So maybe the best thing about the two females, episode is going to be getting to see that societal breakdown because it's not something they've ever shown us before in that much depth, only in Fear a little bit. It looks like also we're going to be getting to see a younger Lydia with Alpha. So it looks like some of the scenes we're going to get to see Lydia as she's quite young. Different actress, I think. She is different actress for sure. And so as a result, we're going to get to see kind of a younger version of that, what Alpha had to go through. Seems like maybe Lydia's even avoiding Alpha, so what Alpha's had to do to protect her. Maybe Lydia's not sure after that. Whisper style stuff maybe, or covering themselves in blood to start with, and then they just take that to the next level later on. But I am really excited for this. It's going to add to Lydia as well. It's going to make Lydia a more prominent character in The Walking Dead because she's getting another kind of spotlight episode in Tale's first season, so that's good for the character. That's good for her. And everybody loves Alpha. Alpha's one of the best Walking Dead villains ever for sure. Best female villain, probably a lot better than Dawn. That's for sure. She was the police officer, sergeant lady in like season 5, if you remember. So yeah, Alpha's probably the best female villain ever in Walking Dead. And these just look really good. I don't have too much more to say about these. Just that I'm most excited to see the the Terry Crews and Olivia Munn episode. That's going to be great. The breakdown of Societal one with the 2 women near the CDC, that actually looks pretty good too. And then the Alpha Lydia one, that's going to be that's just a straight up Walking Dead episode. You could have taken that one and put it in a season of Walking Dead. You could have taken that and put it in season 10 of Walking Dead, and it would have fit perfectly, or season 9 or whatever, and it would have fit perfectly. So that's just a straight up Walking Dead episode, so I'm excited to see that too, which is really great. And don't have too much more to say about the others. There's some kind of mentions from the guy who looks a little bit like Heath, but he doesn't have any hair. He's got the glasses. He's got kind of the black framed glasses. And so it sounds like he's run into a group from the trailer. It sounds like he's run into a group that is a little bit brutal maybe, and I don't know if they're feeding him to walkers or if he's going to survive this somehow, but this is an interesting one. Maybe he's run into some people that are absolutely nuts, and they think he's done something wrong or something, and they're just being a mob with him, like a totally angry mob. But maybe he's I don't know, maybe he's not so, maybe he's a good guy and he's trying to speak to their empathy and get them to realize that they can still be human. They don't have to be totally go to the dark side so quickly. So like Alpha ends up doing, let's say. So also interested to see his episode, because he seems, at least from the trailer, we don't know much of him yet, but he seems likable, right? He seems like he's a virtuous kind of guy and a good person. So that'll be good to see for kind of a hero character here that who knows what they'll do with. We'll see. And that's pretty much all I have to say about the Tales full-length trailer now. It looks great, though. The zombies look amazing. I have to say that. And it looks really high quality. It looks Walking Dead quality. And I'm excited to see it, August 14th or maybe August 7th on AMC Premiere, if you guys have it. So that's those are my thoughts on it. Excited to see all these episodes. It'll be good to see the one with Alpha and Lydia. And the others they all look good. They all look fun. So 6 episodes. Check it out. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe at the bottom left. I want to thank you guys for watching and everything. And leave a comment. Let me know which one. Let me ask you this: which one are you most excited to see of all 6? Which one looks the best to you? Leave that below, and I'll see you guys soon for another video. It's Trev saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.